BeautyandtheStamper.blogspot.com. Hi beauties! In my last video I showed you how to make this because I did make this card here, but I thought I wanted to give it a little bit more of a color on color, and I wanted to show you that I used just the one sheet of Wisteria Wonder and some Wisteria Wonder ink, and then I used a little bit of glimmer paper. So let me show you what I did, and we're going to try it with the new piece here. So let's get started. First thing I did is I cut out my cardstock with the oval, and then I inked up my embossing folder, and I showed you that on my last video. So watch the last video to see how I did that. So I'm going to take my base, which is Wisteria Wonder, and I'm just going to go ahead and it scored at 4 1/4, so I just folded it over. And this piece of paper size is an 8.5 by 11. I cut it right in half and then folded it so it makes a 5.5 by 4 1/4. So what we want to do is I'm going to use this Simply Sketched. It is a hostess set, and you can earn that. If you don't know how, just shoot me an email and I will tell you exactly how to earn that. So I'm going to use my birthday wishes, and I'm going to use these little leaves here. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get out my Wisteria Wonder ink, and I'm going to get out my leaves, and I'm just going to create a nice little background. So I'm going to ink that up and just kind of go toward the middle, and I'm going to do that 3 times just to make it like it's pointing to where you want that focal point to be. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. Okay. Then while I have my ink out, I'm going to take my Happy Birthday wishes. I'm just going to get out that piece of cardstock that I used earlier, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp that. Okay, that's all I need to do with my stamping. Can you believe that? So let's go ahead and get the pieces ready. I'm going to take out my oval punch and punch that guy out. It fits perfectly in there. Then I'm going to take my scalloped oval punch and go ahead and punch that piece out as well. Now with my sponge dauber, I'm going to use that ink from the Wisteria Wonder, and I'm going just to ink up the outside of these scallops. Very quick, very easy way to give some dimension. Just scallop those edges and you're all set. So we'll go ahead, now that this is done, I'm going to set this off to the side. We're done with that, and we're done with the ink. Alright, so next I want to go ahead and use a little bit of my paper piercing tool just to give these corners a little bit of dimension as well. So I get out my paper piercing tool, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to line the corners up here. You see these little black lines, and I'm just going to line those corners up. And then I'm just going to do 3 on the inside. So it's going to be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, and then across. And then again 3 on this side, so it's 1, still punching that same one as 1, 2, and 3. Isn't that cute? I'm going to do the same to the other side and put those corners up there. and it's going to be along the score line for this side here. So again, from the outside is 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3. Ah, I did 4. That's okay. If you make a little error like that, guess what? You just add another row right here. And we're going to have to flip it over and do the same on this side. So when that happens, I just line up the 1. And then we're going to add another row on each side. There you go. Did that on purpose. Alright, let's move on. So now I'm going to take my adhesive and I'm going to add this really pretty little piece here. And let's go ahead. We want to make sure we get a lot of adhesive on there because we don't want it really rolling up. And then I'm going to take a little bit of the Tombow glue just to do the outsides because you can get it really precise, and just a thin little layer here right on the outside. And so that way your edges don't go rolling up on you. So one thing I did learn, as soon as you're done with your Tombow glue, put the cap on right away and lay it flat so you can always have really nice glue coming out. So I'm going to center that. So the adhesive makes it stick really easy, and then that Tombow glue, you see you're not going to get that lift because you're all the way at the edge. Yep, I like it. Alright, let's go ahead and move forward. We're going to now put these little guys together with what? Of course, my glue dots. I love them. Stampin Dimensionals, what they're called. Not glue dots, I apologize. I love them all the same though. But since we do want to pop that up, you definitely want to use the dimensionals rather than the glue dots because the glue dots will be flat. So I'm just going to center that right on there. And I'm going to go ahead and take another piece. And remember, I use all of that, so I'm just going to get some little snips here and cut myself off a piece. And get that on the back. Now I'm going to put that right over here. And then I want to go ahead and get that little butterfly. So I get my butterfly punch here. Now the last one was glimmer paper, but I want to try it with the silver foil that's in the holiday catalog because I just think it's so pretty. You just punch that out. And then I'm going to get another piece of this little guy. Not a big huge piece. So I'm just going to cut myself off that little piece. And then stick that right on the back here. Yep, he's cute. And then I'm going to puff up those wings just a little bit. Then for the center of that little butterfly, I'm going to use one of the glue dots in the same color with Stereo Wonder and just put it right in the center there. Alrighty, well here's my original, and then here is the one with the background, with the inked up embossing background. I do think I like this one better. Let me know what your thoughts are. Just leave it in the comment below. Alright, thanks beauties and have a great day. Bye! For more tips and techniques, visit BeautyandtheStamper.blogspot.com.